Hey YouTube, coming at you with another Willpower Cup team from Balo, but they said their name is Francesco. Um, Guzzlord, Cresselia, Gardevoir, and they say not sure about Crest, but it creates a nice core with Guzzlord. Went 4-1, then 1-4. Rewatching my recordings, I can already hear you. What are you doing? Don't hold back on the critique. It's funnier for everyone. In 2018, I visited Montreal, Quebec City, loved it. And went whale watching Chow from Italy. So thank you for the submission. Yes, for those of you who do not know geography, I live in Ottawa. That is about 2 hours west drive to Montreal. Okay, Guzzlord, Crest, and Shadow Gardevoir. So I think you got some good pieces here. You saw my legend team this morning. I used Shadow Gardevoir, and it just it hits so hard, right, with the Shadow Charms. So to offset that, you're going to need two Pokemon that can either take damage or grab shields. And I think these two can kind of do that, right? Crest can absorb damage because it's super bulky. And then Guzzlord has a lot of bulk, but doesn't take charge moves great. But Dragon Tail, Dragon Claw, Brutal Swing does spam pretty hard and can grab shields. So I think theoretically you can just grab shields with these, maybe catch people off guard in the back with Gardevoir. Got answers for the poisons, for the flyers, ground. You don't have yeah, you got grass knot. Yeah, so I guess you got a little bit of everything. So let's take a look. I mean, there's only 15 Pokemon that you can use in this meta. Okay, Mandibuzz is a good lead, especially that they are running Snarl as the fast move. So those fast moves are resisted. You are just taking, again, Aerial Ace is chipping you more than you'd want it to, but that's just Guzzlord's problem. Gonna chip with this, and yeah, this is a fine answer to stay in with, especially that you can now just keep switch and get your Gardevoir on Mandibuzz. So shielding up one here, I think it's worth the shield. I don't know if they can go Aqua Tail or Ice Beam, then Ice Beam. Yeah, so they just go straight Ice Beam. They're not going to get to 2 Ice Beams, so this is just an Aqua Tail, which is great because now we keep switch. And did they just give up switch again? Because if they just gave up switch, you instant swap to Gardevoir here. Yeah, they did give up switch again for some reason. You can take one move here, so I don't mind letting it go. It is the Dark Pulse. That's fine. Take that out. Even if they... Quillfish will be taken out on one move, so if they come back in there, that's not super smart. Okay, goodbye. One move, and then Pawniard. Going just for the triple axle. Any chip is good, even though it's resisted. I doubt you'll get another move off because those Fury Cutters are going to come pretty fast here. Where do you go here? Going to Crest. This is kind of tough because this is a Steel. It's going to have I'm guessing a dark move, maybe Night Slash. Yeah, let the first one go. Probably need to shield the second one. Yep. What I would do here is, I was going to say come Guzzlord right away after if you have energy, but I forget how much energy you have. Oh, that did way more than I expected to. That did so much. Oh, they are half dark, so I guess that is a neutral move. Okay. I forgot that. Decent lead. This is kind of the strength of Brutal Swing buff this season, that this Guzzlord, instead of having to go 5 Dragon Tails to the crunch, you'd only need to 4 for the Brutal Swing. So that's great. We take that. This will hurt. Yeah, I think it's worth the shield. You've already chipped. And it is an Ice Beam, which means you can farm up a little more here. And they get into Drapion. And this is what makes Guzzlord really strong. The main meta, Mandibuzz, Drapion, Quillfish, with the neutral Dragon Tail, you have play against all of them. And I think that's what is really strong about this Pokemon. And yeah, if they're running Octail Crunch, you're resisting all these moves. So doing neutral Dragon Tails, Dragon Claws is a huge advantage for this Pokemon in this meta. I think at this point, damage is done. Oof. I don't think you need to shield that one. I think you could have just come in with... I know it would have been tough to Psycho Cut down, because that would have been single resisted, and then Charm would have been neutral, but you would have taken super effective from the poisons. But I would have liked to save that shield for Gardevoir, because now you're going to come in here. This will be taken out. What's in the back? Maybe it's the dark anyways. It's a second poison. You can just stay in here, force them to throw. That's the thing. Like these poisons, a lot of no one's really using Slowbro. People are using Drapion and Quillfish, as I showcased in my video the other morning. And it's a strong team, uh, but they're still neutral to Charm, right? So these Charm moves are really adding up on these Pokemon, which means it puts them easily within Moonblast range here, and Crest is just so spammy and tanky that it can just easily take that. Drapion, yeah, we're just going to stay in with anything. The only thing that you would leave Guzzlord is if you... No. Now let's try that again. The only thing that you should leave with the lead of Guzzlord is a Fairy, because you are double weak to Fairy. Dragon and Dark, both weak to Fairy. I don't think there's a point of giving up Switch here. You don't need to give up Switch. Yes, I guess you're weak, double weak to Ghost in the back, but like... how much Ghost is there? So they make a catch on Galothalite. I think that's how you... Galothateel. So it's a Charmer, but it's a Psychic Charmer, so still not doing amazing with that move. Hopefully we get to at least one move here just for chip. Is this using like... Oh. Is this using Ice Fang? Is that why you switched? Oh, okay. Sorry, I did not see that. I just assumed that they would be using not a dumb move set, but I guess catching people off guard is not always the worst idea. Caught me off guard. I was like, what are you doing? Now get hit with the Charmer. And this is why I still think you stay in that lead matchup. Like Guzzlord, yes, he would have hit super effective against Ice, but you would have chipped a lot with the Dragon Tail, Dragon Claw, and just not have to worry about that in the back. Speak about not having to worry. Resisted Aura Wheel on both of these typings means you could take the first one. Man, that still does so much. And they come and just take the next move on Drapion, which is fine. Yeah, I would just stay in here because, again, likely they don't have any move that can hit besides resisted on you. I think you could have lived this. Crunch, maybe not. It would have been close. I know you're trying to keep get switch because you... I think you were going to shield here. No? I was going to say, I thought you were trying to fight for switch because Morpeko and we've seen a Drapion safe swap. I'm starting to read like a double poison backline. So if you get a like Morpeko, coming in and farming up here is actually a smart idea because then you can come out with a Moonblast and try and threaten Morpeko here if it comes back in. But they give up to Skunk, right? There's your double poison. I'm not surprised by this lineup. This should be like a very easy read when they make that Drapion safe swap. So getting to the move here, you might want to try and like snipe instead of just letting them get the full farm down. Yeah. I was about to say, you won't get the snipe. Yeah, I guess this move would hurt. Shadow on Shadow. Can you just delete this with 2 charms? You bet. Yes, you bet you can. It's not what I was going to say, but yes, you can. Goodbye. Moltres, good lead, right? Because Sucker Punch is resisted. Yes, Brave Bird would be a little scary. But... it's slow to get to the Brave Birds, so they may just want to let this go in the 0 shield. Yeah, I would shield, and because they're probably just going to Brave Bird and bail or just let this go down. And they decide to bail into Cladle. I think I get that Grassland is super effective and this thing's super bulky. You could have thrown the Brutal Swing to like chip it 50%, and then that would have put this in easy range, but I get saving the energy for maybe later. There is a Shadow Ball on Cladle. Interesting. People running all different types of movesets on Cladle. I've seen Rock Tomb, I've seen Shadow Ball, and then the obvious Ice Beam and Scorching Sands there. And out comes the Moltres. Yes, absolutely. Just get any chip damage. They shield. I think you just try and delete this quickly with Gardevoir. And they come in here overquilt, which is fine. Now actually that banked energy is probably going to come in pretty helpful. Shield, get the 2 moves off, take this out, and then you'll probably win this matchup. I've used Overquill in the Ultra League. I haven't used it in this league. I don't have one built up, and I think there's like a requirement for... Ooh. Dang, this thing spams fast. Just a resisted Aqua Tail, though. I think there's like a requirement to like catch a certain amount of Pokemon or do something to evolve this Pokemon. I forget what exactly it is, but I know there's some sort of requirement to evolve it. Drapion, again, let's play this out. There's no need to run, especially when they have only resist moves. And they come in with Umbreon. I think this is somewhat wasted energy, because Umbreon is a tank. Oh, no, because now you're going to take a neutral move. I think you're playing this matchup wrong already. So you have such a strong answer in Gardevoir against Umbreon. The thing is, you're still half Psychic here, so you're still taking neutral to Dark. So basically what you did is you dumped energy on Guzzlord. That is going to do just like a tickle to Umbreon. You then waited for it to load up on energy so that it gets to a move that will do neutral to you that will probably still do like 50% because this Gardevoir is so glassy. You just need to come in Gardevoir right away. Because now what the problem is, you're not going to be able to turn this down before they get to another move. So now you're going to need to commit the shield here if you want to keep switch, which you have to do. You don't have to, but you're going to do, because Crest would have a pretty tough matchup against Drapion. And now they get to a move here, but you dump some of the energy before, so you're down a shield and don't have a ton of energy. I got to come in Guzzlord. And they come in with the Obstagoon. So going to chip here. Maybe the chip there is worth it, because I don't know if one Moonblast from a Crest takes out Obstagoon, but one from this range probably does. Yeah, you got to let the first Night Slash go. But now if you're just being down a shield, you're going to bait here, because, yeah, you know you're down a shield, and it kind of puts you in a tricky spot here. So we're going to bait there. You can live another one from this range. Just going straight Grass Knot. Not a bad idea, because you can put them in range of just Dragon Tail. But the only thing that does is allow them to just farm here. I think you may even live a Night Slash from this range. Oh, they sniped Drapion. This Crunch would probably KO. Yeah. Drapion is just really hard hitting that way. Commit to the farm down. No shield here. That's fine. Farm down all the way. Nice. Come out with a move and a half here. Hopefully they don't like Night Slash bait boost and then cross chop you for the rest of this. So they did throw Night Slash. Did not see anything about boosting. Dragon Tail. Here comes the second move. Guessing cross chop. It is, and it takes out super effective. Yeah, so like once you like delayed that switch and then had to burn a shield like Gardevoir, you put yourself at a huge disadvantage. And I think that's one of the reasons you lost that matchup. Okay, Fairy Lead. So we got a swap. Crest being this is the first time we've seen a safe swap here. Crest being the safe swap. It could be Mega Horn, which would be super effective, and that would hurt. Just play rough. Play rough still does a ton of damage. And out comes Claydol. So Claydol is pretty tanky, but you do have Grass Knot, which is super effective. So we can chip a decent amount with a couple of these back to back here. And they shield. Now, do you try and get another move off? Oh, you got another move off anyways. Okay. I'm surprised I didn't throw it in advance of that, but getting 3 Grass Knots off and 2 shields is huge. They're going to commit to the farm down here, and they do get it. I think at this point you just like sacrifice Guzzlord. You know what? I don't hate this. I don't hate the shield, because if they have like a poison in the back, you're in trouble. But don't take a third one here. You could go Brutal Swing here, because Brutal Swing, oh, they instant swap into a Crocodile, which is dark, so that gets deleted, and then Triple Axle here for the win. So yeah, Gardevoir does sweep. Luckily, they just had a dark that doesn't have a poison secondary typing. It's just like a dark ground, I think. So that was an easy charm down. Come out with some energy. Terrible editing job on my end here. Okay, there we go. Okay, Drapion lead again. It's always... This is like the second or third video I've been watching of viewers' battles and that I'm laughing like at the 10-minute mark because I'm just like, oh crap, another one of these matchups. But again, the pro of this sort of thing is that you should know these matchups in and out by the time we're done this meta. But yes, being able to just stay in against Drapion that only has resisted moves, charge moves, is huge. Gets the farm down, come out with energy. Mandibuzz. Yeah, you definitely need to stay in here. The only problem is they will come out with some energy on Mandibuzz against your Gardevoir. But gonna chip with Dragon Claw. That's fine. We stay in here. Get that alignment. So they'll have like a move, but that's okay. You can... Honestly, you could shield here, and I wouldn't even hate it because, yeah, honestly, good shield because Crest is just going to absorb everything anyways. Ooh, but again, not surprising. We see a dark poison. This one is a skunk, a shadow skunk tank. So these crunches are going to hurt. Oh no, you can't shield the first one. You can't shield the first one here. They end up shielding a Trailblaze, which just boosts the attack. I don't think one crunch would have taken out, but a boosted crunch sure is going to take you out. So just going leaf grass knot just to try and grab some shields here. But this thing not only will have a boosted crunch to take you out, it probably has two moves coming out of this. So there's one to take you out here, and here's probably a move to take you out very soon here. Yep. Yeah, you just need to not shield the first one. Because Crunch also has a chance to lower your defense, right? So between Crunch lowering your defense and Trailblaze boosting their attack, there's no point of shielding the first one up. So Mandibuzz, great. We take this lead. So Guzzlord, like I said, Guzzlord has a ton of good leads in this meta. Instant swap into Drapion. I probably would have chipped here before getting into this matchup. Well, maybe Moonblast does one shot. But man, you're just going to get outpaced significantly. As you can see, 6... Nope. Oh, sorry. Someone's probably already pointed this out. The Moonblast and the Grass Knot are in the wrong positions here. 17 minutes into a video. How many comments do we have showcasing that? Or did you not notice until me? Because I just went to go make a point. And the point was it takes 7 Psycho Cuts, 7 2-turn Psycho Cuts to get to move. Whereas Drapion is getting to their move in 10. So 10 versus 14, you're just going to get significantly outpaced. And they got they got my team. I mean, it's not my team. It's a very obvious team that I already showcased. Yesterday morning, Mandibuzz, double poison, hunting for those Gardevoirs in the back. Delete you with a shield advantage. You come in and snipe them. You have some energy here. And Snarl is resisted, but this thing has 2 shields and should be able to take at least one of your moves. So I think they should just outpace you here. I just checked my video from this morning here. Okay, not bad. But yeah, there is your second airlace to take you out here. I think there's maybe one more battle. 2:15 left in the battles here. Guzzlord into Mandibuzz. Yeah, it is. Okay, let's play this out. This one also a Snarl Mandibuzz. You did say you go 1-4, so we've seen a few losses already. So the air release lands. Gonna just play this matchup out. Again, if it is the Mandibuzz lead, you have to worry about the poisons in the back. Because Mandibuzz probably has a Gardevoir answer in the back. The Snarls do get a lot of energy, so that's why, even though you have neutral Dragon Tails and Dragon Claws, they're basically at the same health as you because these air releases are coming very quick. But you do get to the move before them. This should take out. They're pretty low. And it does take out, and there's your poison. So good chip. Come Cress. Again, still behind on it. Ooh, coming Gardevoir. You may want to commit the double shield here and just try and, yeah, take this out. Here's the thing, right? These dark poisons are still half dark. So they're still neutral to charm. It's just that the poisons are super effective and they are coming fast. And there is the second one. Try and get the triple axle off. Oh, no. You had to get that triple axle off. Now they're still with 2 shields. If you got that triple axle off, then it was an easy 2 Moonblast to take this out. But now, the good news is they don't have a crunch, right? It's just Aqua Tail and Ice Beam. But with an extra shield here, you essentially give them maybe 2 extra Aqua Tails that they would not have gotten if you dumped that Icy Wind or that triple axle there. So trying to grab the second shield here with the second Grass Knot bait. And 1 short, they will take it. Yeah, not throwing that triple axle cost you there. So yeah, some mistakes. Not. It's definitely not even close to the worst I've seen. You seem to have a good idea of what needs to be done. It just, I think the backline is very tough against what, like, I would not recommend the backline right now. I recommend Guzzlord. I think Guzzlord is a great option for what is out there in Mandibuzz, Moltres, the Poison Darks, all 3 of them there. I think Guzzlord has great play against all of them. So I think Guzzlord is a great play. Cress has some play, has bulk. It's still a little tricky against those Poison Darks, but not too bad. And the Gardevoir is, again, on my Legend team this morning. Go check that out. But I just think that the backline in itself is going to have too many problems with the Poison Dark combo, which is everywhere right now, hunting Gardevoir. So you probably want to switch out the backline if you were thinking about using Guzzlord. Maybe have a couple poisons in your own back to take out the fairies for Guzzlord, right? Because that Guzzlord can deal with a lot of things, so except fairies. So anyways, thanks for the submission. I saw a few more come in, so I'll probably just straight do those this week. Let's see. So we got my Legend team. I'm trying to figure out days here. We got Legend team from my team Friday morning. We got this Friday afternoon. So we'll do like a couple more Saturday, one Sunday, and then I'll do the event coverage Sunday, and then Monday, and then you think it's bad now? Wait till next week, because next week, if I remember, is Master League and Retro Cup. Let me just confirm that. Is it already the 12th to 19th? Oh, there's only 3 weeks left. 2.5, I guess. And we end on that. Interesting. Okay. So there's only 2.5 weeks left. This one, and then next week is Master League and Retro Cup. Man, time's flying. And then, so those are bad leagues, so we'll have to do some Retro Cups, but that's still not a good league. And then the last week is Great League, Ultra League, Master League, Catch Cup. So we'll do a ton of Great Leagues the last week. I've got my Great League team that ran from 2,500 to 2,850. I've got a couple already submitted Great Leagues, some for members that I'll showcase. So last week will be good. This week and Retro Cup week is going to be pretty rough, but we'll just keep grinding away. And plus, the last week we'll also get news for the new season, so we'll cover that when it drops. Unless I'm at the office, because then I will not cover it when it drops. Anyways, so that is it. Thanks for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one.